Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's the engine that drives your success, the compass that guides your journey, and the key that unlocks your potential. But here's the truth. Many of us are sabotaging ourselves with negative thinking. It's time to put an end to that. It's time to kill your negative thinking. Think about this. Every day, you have a choice. You can choose to let negative thoughts control you, or you can choose to take control of your thoughts. It's that simple, and yet it's that powerful. Your thoughts shape your reality. They influence your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your life. Now you might be wondering, how do I stop these negative thoughts? The answer is simpler than you might think. It starts with awareness. Become aware of your thoughts. Listen to that inner voice. Is it supporting you or tearing you down? Is it pushing you forward or holding you back? Once you're aware, you can start to challenge those negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Is it helping me or hurting me? What evidence do I have to support or refute this thought? More often than not, you'll find that these negative thoughts are baseless. They're just old habits, patterns of thinking that you've fallen into over time. But here's the good news. Habits can be changed, patterns can be broken. You have the power to rewire your brain, to train your mind to focus on the positive, the possible, the potential. Start small. Each day, make a conscious effort to replace one negative thought with a positive one. Instead of, I can't do this, try this is challenging, but I'm learning and growing. Instead of, I'm not good enough, say I'm improving every day. Remember, positive thinking isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about approaching challenges with a constructive mindset. It's about focusing on solutions rather than problems, on opportunities rather than obstacles. Think of your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are the weeds. If you ignore them, they grow and spread, choking out everything else. But if you're vigilant, if you pull them out as soon as you spot them, you create space for positive thoughts to flourish. Fear is often at the root of negative thinking. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But here's a secret. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. It's your imagination working overtime, creating worst-case scenarios that rarely, if ever, come to pass. The next time you feel fear creeping in, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And how likely is it really? Then ask, what's the best that could happen? What opportunities might this situation create? You see, every challenge, every setback, every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance to learn, to grow, to become stronger. The most successful people in history didn't succeed because they never faced difficulties. They succeeded because they changed their perspective on those difficulties. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways it won't work. That's the power of positive thinking. It turns failures into lessons, obstacles into stepping stones. It's the power of words. The language you use, both in your thoughts and in your speech, has a profound impact on your mindset and your actions. Words like can't, never, impossible. These are self-imposed limitations. They are barriers you're putting up in your own mind. For the next week, eliminate these words from your vocabulary. Replace I can't with how can I? Replace it's impossible with it's challenging, but I'll find a way. You'll be amazed at how this simple change can open up new possibilities, new solutions you hadn't considered before. Remember, your subconscious mind is always listening. It doesn't distinguish between what you're saying to others and what you're saying to yourself. So when you use positive, empowering language, you're programming your subconscious for success. Let's move on to another powerful tool. Visualization. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's real. That's why athletes use visualization techniques to improve their performance. They see themselves succeeding in their mind's eye, and this mental rehearsal translates into improved performance in reality. You can use this same technique in your own life. Want to ace that presentation at work? Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself, delivering it with confidence and clarity. Want to improve your relationships? Visualize yourself communicating effectively, listening attentively, responding with empathy. The key is to make these visualizations as vivid and detailed as possible. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? How do you feel? The more real you make it in your mind, the more impact it will have on your reality. Now let's address a common misconception. Some people think that killing negative thinking means you should never have a negative thought. That's not true, and it's not realistic. We're human. We all have negative thoughts from time to time. The goal isn't to eliminate them entirely, but to change how we respond to them. When a negative thought arises, don't fight it. Don't try to push it away. Instead, acknowledge it. I see you, negative thought. Then consciously choose not to engage with it. Don't argue with it. Don't dwell on it. Simply let it pass, like a cloud drifting across the sky. This takes practice, but over time you'll find that these negative thoughts have less and less power over you. They'll come and they'll go without affecting your mood, your decisions, or your actions. The company you keep. Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Look around you. Are the people in your life supportive and positive? Do they encourage you to grow, to take risks, to believe in yourself? Or are they constantly complaining, criticizing, spreading negativity? You have a choice about who you spend your time with. Choose wisely, surround yourself with positive, supportive people, people who believe in you, who challenge you to be your best self. Their positivity will rub off on you, reinforcing your own efforts to kill negative thinking. Now let's discuss the power of gratitude. Gratitude is like kryptonite for negative thinking. It's impossible to feel grateful and negative at the same time. Make gratitude a daily practice. Each morning before you start your day, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a comfortable bed, a beautiful sunrise. By focusing on what you're grateful for, you're training your mind to look for the positive. You're creating a habit of positivity that will serve you well throughout your day. Remember, what you focus on expands. If you focus on what's wrong in your life, you'll find more things to complain about. But if you focus on what's right, on what you're grateful for, you'll find more reasons to be happy, more reasons to be optimistic. Action positive thinking is powerful, but it's not enough on its own. You need to couple it with positive action. Every day, do something that moves you closer to your goals, no matter how small. Take that first step, make that phone call, write that first paragraph. Action breeds confidence and courage. The more you do, the more you'll believe you can do. Each small success builds on the last, creating momentum that can carry you through the toughest challenges. Now let's address perfectionism. Perfectionism is often a form of negative thinking in disguise. It's the voice that says, if it's not perfect, it's not good enough. This kind of thinking can paralyze you, preventing you from taking action, from putting your work out into the world. Remember this, done is better than perfect. Perfection is an illusion, an impossible standard that only serves to hold you back. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Celebrate your improvements no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory. Failure. Many of us have a negative association with failure. We see it as something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person has failed, probably many times. The difference is in how they view failure. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, see it as feedback. It's information you can use to adjust your approach, to refine your strategy. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to do better next time? This shift in perspective turns failure from something to be feared into a valuable tool for growth and improvement. It kills the negative thinking that often surrounds failure and replaces it with a mindset of curiosity and learning. Now let's discuss the power of questions. The questions you ask yourself shape your thinking and your action. Negative thinking often comes in the form of disempowering questions like, why does this always happen to me? Or what if I fail? Instead, train yourself to ask empowering questions. What can I learn from this situation? How can I turn this challenge into an opportunity? What's the next positive step I can take? These questions focus your mind's solutions rather than problem. They put you in a proactive, positive mindset where you're looking for ways to improve your situation rather than dwelling on what's wrong. The comparison. In today's world of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. We see carefully curated highlights of other people's lives and think we're falling short. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you becoming a better version of yourself? That's what matters. Your journey is unique. Your path is your own. Embrace it. Now let's address the power of belief. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe you can't do something, you're right. If you believe you can, you're also right. Your beliefs create self-fulfilling prophecies. The good news is that beliefs can be changed. They're not set in stone. Start by identifying limiting beliefs. What negative ideas do you hold about yourself, about your abilities, about what's possible for you? Once you've identified these beliefs, challenge them, look for evidence that contradicts them, find examples of people who've overcome similar limitations. Then consciously choose to adopt new, empowering beliefs. Remember, your beliefs should empower you, not limit you. They should open doors, not close them. Choose beliefs that support your growth, your success, your happiness, the power of your physical state. Your mind and body are intimately connected. When you're tired, hungry, or inactive, it's easier for negative thoughts to take hold. Take care of your physical health. Get enough sleep. Eat nutritious food. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is particularly powerful in combating negative thinking. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and improves your overall mood. Make it a priority to move your body every day, even if it's just a short walk. Now let's discuss the importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without judging them. It's a powerful tool for killing negative thinking. When you're mindful, you can observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. You can see negative thoughts for what they are. Just thoughts, not facts. This creates a space between the thought and your reaction to it, giving you the power to choose how you respond. Practice mindfulness daily. It could be through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a few moments to focus on your senses and your surroundings. Over time, you'll develop greater awareness and control over your thoughts. The power of purpose. Having a clear sense of purpose in life can be a powerful antidote to negative thinking. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, when you have a goal that excites you, it's easier to stay positive in the face of challenges. Take some time to reflect on your purpose. What matters most to you? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? What legacy do you want to leave? Let these big picture questions guide your daily actions and decisions. Now let's address the importance of self-talk. The way you talk to yourself has a profound impact on your mindset and your actions. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Is it supportive and encouraging, or critical and discouraging? Make a conscious effort to speak to yourself with kindness and compassion. Treat yourself as you would a good friend. Offer yourself encouragement, praise your efforts, acknowledge your progress. Remember, you wouldn't let someone else constantly criticize and discourage you. Don't let your inner voice do it either. You have the power to change your self-talk. Use it to build yourself up, not tear yourself down. The power of expectations. Your expectations shape your experiences. If you expect the worst, you'll often find it. If you expect the best, you're more likely to see opportunities and positive outcomes. This doesn't mean you should have unrealistic expectations. It means approaching situations with a positive outlook, expecting that things will work out, that you'll find a way through challenges, that good things are possible. Now let's discuss the importance of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, resentment, and anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only hurts you. It feeds negative thinking and keeps you stuck in the past. Practice forgiveness, not for the other person's sake, but for your own. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone what happened. It means you're choosing to let go of the negative emotions associated with it. It's a gift you give yourself. The power of words, not just the ones you say to yourself, but the ones you say to others. Your words have the power to lift others up or bring them down. Choose to use your words to encourage, to support, to inspire. When you spread positivity to others, you reinforce it in yourself. It creates a virtuous cycle of positive energy that can transform not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. Now let's address the importance of learning and growth. Embrace a growth mindset. Believe that you can develop your abilities through dedication and hard work. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not as threats to your ability or self-worth. Make learning a lifelong habit. Read books, take courses, seek out new experiences. The more you learn, the more you'll realize how much potential you have, and the easier it becomes to maintain a positive outlook. The power of decisions. Every day you make countless decisions. Each one is an opportunity to choose positivity over negativity. Decide to focus on solutions rather than problems. Decide to see opportunities rather than obstacles. Decide to believe in yourself and your abilities. Remember, you always have a choice. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. Choose responses that empower you, that move you forward, that align with your goals and values. Now let's discuss the importance of patience. Killing negative thinking is not an overnight process. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes persistence. There will be setbacks along the way. There will be days when negative thoughts seem to have the upper hand. Don't get discouraged. Each time you catch a negative thought and choose not to engage with it, you're making progress. Each time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you're rewiring your brain. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories. Trust the process. The power of affirmations. Positive affirmations are statements that can help you to challenge and overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. When you repeat them often and believe in them, you can start to make positive changes. Create affirmations that resonate with you. I am capable of achieving my goals. I choose to focus on the positive. I am worthy of success and happiness. Repeat these to yourself daily, especially when you feel negative thoughts creeping in. Now let's address the importance of taking responsibility. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for our problems. But true empowerment comes from taking responsibility for our lives, our thoughts, our actions. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the author of your own story. This shift in perspective is crucial for killing negative thinking and creating the life you want. The power of helping others. When you're stuck in negative thinking, it's easy to become self-absorbed, focused on your own problems. One of the most effective ways to break out of this cycle is to help others. Volunteer, mentor someone. Perform random acts of kindness. When you focus on making a positive difference in someone else's life, it puts your own challenges into perspective. It reminds you of your own strengths and capabilities. It generates positive emotions that can help to counteract negative thinking. Now let's discuss the importance of celebrating your successes, no matter how small. Too often we focus on what we haven't achieved yet, overlooking the progress we've made. This feeds negative thinking. Make it a habit to acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments. Did you complete a task you've been putting off? Celebrate it. Did you handle a difficult situation well? Acknowledge it. By focusing on your successes, you build confidence and reinforce positive thinking patterns. It creates an upward spiral of positivity that can transform your mindset in your life. The power of perspective. Often negative thinking comes from a narrow, short-term view of our situations. When you're facing a challenge, try to zoom out. Look at the big picture. Will this matter in a year? In 5 years? In 10 years? This broader perspective can help you see that most problems are temporary. It can help you recognize that even difficult experiences often lead to growth, learning, and new opportunities. By changing your perspective, you can change your emotional response to situations. Now consider the role of habits in your thinking patterns. Your thoughts, like our actions, can become habitual. If you've been stuck in negative thinking for a while, it might feel automatic, beyond your control. But remember, habits can be changed. Start by identifying your negative thought habits. Do you tend to catastrophize, imagining the worst possible outcomes? Do you overgeneralize, applying one negative experience to all similar situations? Once you're aware of these patterns, you can start to change them. Replace these negative thought habits with positive ones. Instead of imagining the worst, practice envisioning positive outcomes. Instead of overgeneralizing, remind yourself that each situation is unique. These new thought habits might feel unnatural at first, but with practice, they'll become your new normal. Let's discuss the power of your environment. Your surroundings can have a significant impact on your thoughts and mood. Create an environment that supports positive thinking. Surround yourself with inspiring quotes, photos of happy memories, or objects that represent your goals and values. Consider the media you consume as well. Are you constantly exposing yourself to negative news or pessimistic viewpoints? While it's important to stay informed, balance this with positive, uplifting content that nourishes your mind and spirit. The importance of self-care. It's hard to maintain positive thinking when you're running on empty. Make self-care a priority. This isn't selfish. It's necessary. When you take care of yourself, you have more energy, more patience, more resilience to deal with life's challenges. Self-care looks different for everyone. It might mean taking a relaxing bath, going for a walk in nature, practicing a hobby you enjoy, or simply getting enough sleep. Find what recharges you and make time for it regularly. Consider the power of your breath. Your breath is a powerful tool for managing your thoughts and emotion. When you're caught in negative thinking, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. This triggers your body's stress response, which in turn reinforces negative thinking. Break this cycle with conscious breathing. Take slow, deep breaths. Focus on the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. This simple act can calm your mind, reduce stress, and create space for more positive thoughts. Let's address the impact of your posture and body language. Your physical state influences your mental state and vice versa. When you're feeling down, you might slouch, frown, or cross your arms. These physical expressions of negativity can reinforce negative thinking. Even when you're not feeling particularly positive, adopt the posture and expression of confidence and happiness. Stand tall, smile, open your arms. Your body will send signals to your brain that can actually shift your mood and your thoughts. The power of curiosity. Negative thinking often comes from a place of assumption and judgment. We assume we know how a situation will turn out, or we judge ourselves harshly for past mistakes. Curiosity can be an antidote to this. Approach your thoughts and experiences with curiosity instead of judgment. If you catch yourself in negative thinking, get curious about it. Where did this thought come from? Is it based on fact or assumption? What might happen if you chose to think differently? This curiosity can create space between you and your negative thoughts. It allows you to examine them objectively rather than getting caught up in them. It opens up possibilities for new, more positive ways of thinking. Consider the role of creativity in positive thinking. Engaging in creative activities can be a powerful way to shift your mindset. When you're creating, whether it's through art, music, writing, or any other form of expression, you're focused on possibilities rather than limitations. Creativity also allows you to express and process emotions in a healthy way. It can provide an outlet for stress and negative feelings, leaving more room for positive thoughts. Make time for creativity in your life, even if you don't consider yourself an artistic person. Let's discuss the importance of setting and working towards goals. Having clear, meaningful goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction. It provides a positive focus for your thoughts and energy. When you're actively working towards something you care about, it's easier to maintain a positive mindset. Set both short-term and long-term goals. Break them down into manageable steps. Each small accomplishment along the way becomes a reason to feel good about yourself and your progress. This creates a positive feedback loop that reinforces optimistic thinking. The power of laughter. Laughter is a potent antidote to negative thinking. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and helps put your challenges into perspective. Even in difficult times, look for opportunities to laugh. Watch a funny movie. Spend time with people who make you laugh, or simply practice laughing even when you don't feel like it. The act of laughing, even if it's forced at first, can shift your physical and mental state, making room for more positive thoughts. Consider the impact of your sleep habits on your thinking. Lack of sleep can significantly increase negative thinking and emotional vulnerability. When you're tired, problems seem bigger, challenges seem more daunting, and it's harder to access positive, problem-solving thoughts. Prioritize getting enough quality sleep. Establish a consistent sleep schedule and create a relaxing bedtime routine. If racing thoughts keep you awake at night, try writing them down to get them out of your head. Remember, a well-rested mind is much better equipped to maintain positive thinking. Let's address the power of nature in combating negative thinking. Spending time in nature has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and promote more positive thought patterns. The natural world reminds us that there are forces larger than our immediate concerns. Make time to connect with nature regularly. Take a walk in the park, tend to a garden, or simply sit outside and observe the world around you. Let the rhythms and beauty of the natural world inspire more positive, peaceful thoughts. The importance of challenging your negative thoughts. Often, negative thinking becomes habitual because we accept these thoughts without question. Start interrogating your negative thoughts. Are they based on facts or fears? Are they helpful or harmful? When you catch yourself in negative thinking, challenge it. Look for evidence that contradicts a negative thought. Consider alternative explanations or outcomes. By actively challenging negative thoughts, you can start to loosen their hold on you. Consider the role of music in shaping your thoughts and mood. Music has a powerful effect on our emotions, and by extension, our thoughts. Uplifting music can shift your mood and promote more positive thinking, while melancholy music might reinforce negative thought patterns. Create playlists of music that energizes you, inspires you, or brings you joy. Use these as tools to shift your mood and your thoughts when you find yourself sliding into negativity. Let's discuss the power of visualization in promoting positive thinking. Your mind responds to vivid mental images almost as if they were real. By regularly visualizing positive outcomes and experiences, you can train your mind to expect and look for the positive in your actual experiences. Practice visualizing your goals as if they've already been achieved. Imagine yourself successfully handling challenges. Create detailed mental pictures of the life you want to create. These positive mental images can serve as a counterweight to negative thinking. The importance of boundaries in maintaining positive thinking. Often, negative thinking can be exacerbated by overextending ourselves or allowing others to treat us poorly. Setting clear, healthy boundaries is an act of self-respect that supports more positive self-talk. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your values or goals. Distance yourself from relationships that consistently bring you down. By setting boundaries, you create space for more positive influences in your life. Consider the impact of your language on your thinking. The words you use, both in your self-talk and in your communication with others, shape your perception of reality. Negative language reinforces negative thinking, while positive language opens up possibilities. Pay attention to your habitual phrases. Do you often say things like, "I can't," "it's impossible," or "I always mess up"? Replace these with more positive alternatives like, "I'll find a way," "It's challenging but possible," or "I'm learning and improving." Let's address the power of reframing in killing negative thinking. Reframing is the act of consciously shifting your perspective on a situation. It doesn't change the facts, but it changes how you interpret and respond to them. For example, instead of seeing a mistake as a failure, reframe it as a learning opportunity. Instead of viewing a challenge as a threat, see it as a chance to grow stronger. By reframing situations in a more positive light, you can transform your emotional response and your subsequent actions. The importance of self-compassion in combating negative thinking. Often we're our own harshest critics. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to a friend. This self-criticism fuels negative thinking and undermines our confidence and happiness. Practice treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a good friend. When you make a mistake or face a setback, respond with self-compassion rather than self-criticism. Remember, you're human. You're learning and growing, just like everyone else. Consider the role of gratitude in shifting your focus from negative to positive. Gratitude is like a spotlight. Whatever it shines on becomes brighter and more prominent in your awareness. By regularly practicing gratitude, you train your mind to notice and appreciate the good in your life. Each day, take time to acknowledge things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. A warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset. By cultivating gratitude, you create a reservoir of positive thoughts and feelings to draw upon when challenges arise. Let's discuss the power of positive affirmations in reprogramming your thought patterns. Positive affirmations are statements that describe a desired situation or state of being as if it were already true. When repeated regularly, they can help to replace negative thought patterns with more positive ones. Create affirmations that resonate with you and address your specific areas of negative thinking. Repeat them daily, especially when you catch yourself in negative thought patterns. Over time, these positive statements can become your new mental default. The importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences, the people you spend time with, the media you consume, the environment you live and work in, all of these influence your thoughts and attitudes. To kill negative thinking, it's crucial to consciously choose positive influences. Seek out relationships with optimistic, supportive people. Read books and listen to podcasts that inspire and motivate you. Create a living and working space that energizes and uplifts you. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you make it easier to maintain a positive mindset. Consider the impact of physical activity on your thought patterns. Exercise isn't just good for your body. It's also a powerful tool for combating negative thinking. Physical activity releases endorphins, reduces stress, and can provide a sense of accomplishment that boosts your overall mood. Make regular physical activity a priority. It doesn't have to be intense. A brisk walk, a yoga session, or a dance break can all have a positive impact on your mental state. Use physical activity as a tool to shift your mood and your thoughts when you find yourself stuck in negativity. Let's address the power of mindfulness in breaking free from negative thinking. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It allows you to observe your negative thoughts without getting caught up in them. Practice mindfulness through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply by focusing your attention fully on your current activity. With practice, you'll develop the ability to recognize negative thoughts as they arise and choose whether to engage with them or let them pass. The importance of taking action and overcoming negative thinking. While changing your thoughts is crucial, it's equally important to take positive actions. Action creates momentum, builds confidence, and provides concrete evidence to counter negative beliefs. When you catch yourself in negative thinking, ask yourself, what's one small positive action I can take right now? It might be making progress on a task, reaching out to a friend, or doing something kind for yourself. By taking action, you shift your focus from problems to solutions. Consider the role of learning and growth in maintaining a positive mindset. When you're committed to learning and personal growth, you're more likely to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. This perspective naturally leads to more positive thinking. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn, change, and improve. Seek out new knowledge and skills. Embrace challenges as chances to grow. By focusing on growth and learning, you create a positive framework for interpreting your experiences. Let's discuss the power of forgiveness in freeing yourself from negative thinking. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges keeps you tethered to negative emotions and thought patterns. Forgiveness of others and of yourself is a powerful act of releasing these negative ties. Practice forgiveness not as a favor to others, but as a gift to yourself. It doesn't mean you condone hurtful actions or forget what happened. It means you choose to release the negative emotions associated with the event, freeing yourself to move forward with a more positive outlook. The importance of celebrating progress, no matter how small. Often, negative thinking is fueled by focusing on how far we still have to go rather than how far we've come. By celebrating your progress, you reinforce positive thinking and motivate yourself to keep moving forward. Take time regularly to acknowledge your achievements and progress. Keep a record of your successes, no matter how small. When you catch yourself in negative thinking, remind yourself of the progress you've made. This practice builds confidence and optimism, counteracting negative thought patterns. Consider the impact of your expectations on your thought patterns. If you consistently expect the worst, you're more likely to notice and remember negative events, reinforcing a negative mindset. On the other hand, if you approach situations with positive expectations, you're more likely to notice and create positive outcomes. Practice setting positive, realistic expectations. This doesn't mean ignoring potential challenges, but rather approaching them with confidence in your ability to handle them. By expecting positive outcomes, you prime your mind to notice opportunities and solutions rather than problems and obstacles. Let's address the power of purpose in overcoming negative thinking. When you have a clear sense of purpose, why that drives your actions, it's easier to maintain a positive outlook even in the face of challenges. Your purpose provides context and meaning for your experiences, helping you to see beyond immediate difficulties. Take time to clarify your purpose, what truly matters to you. What kind of impact do you want to have in the world? How can you align your daily actions with this larger purpose? By connecting to your purpose, you create a powerful antidote to negative thinking. Now let's talk about the importance of self-reflection in maintaining positive thinking. Regular self-reflection allows you to recognize patterns in your thinking, acknowledge your progress, and make conscious choices about your thoughts and actions. Set aside time regularly for self-reflection. This might involve journaling, meditation, or simply quiet contemplation. Use this time to examine your thoughts, celebrate your successes, learn from your challenges, and realign with your values and goals. This practice of conscious self-awareness is a powerful tool for maintaining a positive mindset. Remember, killing negative thinking is not about never having a negative thought. It's about changing your relationship with your thoughts. It's about developing the awareness to recognize negative patterns, the tools to shift to more positive thinking, and the resilience to maintain an optimistic outlook even in challenging times. You have the power to change your thoughts, and in doing so, to change your life. Every moment is an opportunity to choose positivity, to focus on solutions rather than problems, to believe in yourself and your abilities. It takes practice, it takes patience, but the rewards are immeasurable. So start now, take control of your thoughts. Choose positivity. Believe in your potential, embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, surround yourself with positivity, practice gratitude, take action towards your goals. Celebrate your progress. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. By killing negative thinking, you're not just changing your mind, you're changing your life. You're opening yourself up to new possibilities, new opportunities, new levels of success and happiness. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Choose to kill your negative thinking and embrace a life of positivity, purpose, and unlimited potential. Your future self will thank you for the positive choices you make today. Go forth with confidence, optimism, and the unwavering belief that you have the power to create the life you desire. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step now. Choose positivity. Choose growth. Choose life.